A very pleasant good morning, ladies and gentlemen. Welcome once again to the People's Forum of In the Streets with Big Stone. Yesterday, there's been a video circulating on social media about a little boy between the age of, say, 7 and 9. And he was asked the question by an adult, what you want to be. And ladies and gentlemen, I would prefer for you to hear it from out of the babes and suckling. Take a listen to this.
The cat.
Say how much?
Eh?
Where you grow up where you want to be? Look up in the video.
Gunman.
No, brother.
You mean?
Eh.
Yes, a gunman kill police on TV.
No, man, you can't be a gunman. Look
What
up.
you mean?
No, man, look here.
Well, you can't tell me I'm Phoebe, brother.
No.
You can't tell me I'm Phoebe, brother.
No, brother. Look.
Me what me want be.
This is very troubling. Troubling to know that our youngsters are running after a fad that they see as being accepted, running after a fad that we embrace, running after a fad that we glorify. Because you can hear it in some of these songs that being a gunman is being glorified. Or you make a step, how much people drop dead and so on and so forth. And then one of the most important thing about the whole thing was when the adult that was asking the question said, but you can't be a gunman. And this little kid said, but you can't tell me what he say. You can't tell me how to think. You can't tell me where me want to be. Me see it on TV. I want to be a gunman because gunman kill police. And I remember when I was just about the same age, 9 years old, I was asked by my classroom teacher at that time, Claude, what do you want to become? And because the culture at that time was either you want to be a soldier or a policeman or a principal or a doctor or a lawyer, that's all we could gravitate to was these positive positions and career that we wanted to be. And I remember I said I wanted to become a policeman, and my parents couldn't even afford shoes for me to wear to display to portray the part of a policeman, and I had to do it barefooted because I so seriously wanted to become a policeman. And later in life, ladies and gentlemen, I not only became a policeman, but I was also a member of the Jamaican Defense Force as well. Now, culture in Jamaica has played a very serious part. And not until we remove the veils from our eyes before we can actually see what is happening. A lot of people might want to say, beat the kid, and we could beat him and beat that out of him. But that cannot be beaten out of. What we need is to pull the kid closer, we as adults. And I keep saying this in many of my videos, the adults need to get closer to children and teach them the culture that they grew up in. Because if you look at the culture of China and Japan, the older folks in their 60s late and their 70s and 80s and 90s don't stay away from the children. They pull the children closer and they teach the culture to the children so that in latter years that child will grow up and teach the same culture to their children. So, ladies and gentlemen, it is up to us as adults, as parents, as civil-minded citizens of this beautiful country, is to help raise our children in a manner that they can be respectful, that they can live a promising life, and they don't have to go down the drain. When I look at this little kid he was smiling and people in the background was laughing like it was a joke. It's not a joke. Our children are our future. Without our children, we are absolutely nothing. We're deemed to fail as a country and as a nation. So we'd only hope that this serves as a warning signal to us all to see the truth. Because they say children learn what they see. Monkey see, monkey do. And I'm by no way equating our children to a monkey. That is just how the saying goes. But if our children grow up in an environment where guns and gunplay and abuse of women and abuse of children is the norm, and it is accepted, and it is not being addressed by the citizens, parents, and then the government, then our children will grow up just to be what they say they want to be. And wow, I am fighting for this change. I am fighting for a beautiful Jamaica. And so should all of us fight for a beautiful Jamaica. And it starts with our children. Pay attention to our children. Love them. Don't spoil them. But just give them love. And please, please, it is our responsibility. Don't say, boy, the little boy they do rude there, man. Me no in nothing with him, and parents don't have my manners. No. Approach it in a positive way. Approach it in a powerful way. And try your best. I know we're not going to help all of them because some of them are so far gone. You'll be surprised. They're so far gone that it's hardly anything that we can do. But guess what? If we can only see one at a time, let's go for that one. You know, Jamaica is a beautiful country. And so far we have seen the crime rate spiral out of control. And a lot of people saying that there's no money, there's poverty. But they're way far less fortunate country than ourselves. You know, we're suffering. And yet still the crime rate is not where it's at. Help our children to become successful. The ball is in your court as parents, as adults. Pay attention. Don't joke and laugh and make fun of what a child thinks. Try to educate that child. Let him know that what he's doing or what he's saying is wrong, and there are implications for those wrong actions. Jamaica, our country, is at an alarming high rate of murders and mayhem and misfortune.